My husband always says that God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth because he wants us to listen twice as much as we speak. In the letter of James, chapter 1, verse 19, the Bible tells us, "Let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath." This is really good advice. That stood me in good stead over the years. And if we learn to listen and really hear what people are saying, then we can hear God in the words that they speak. Am I always successful? No, because sometimes engage mouth before engaging brain, as we all do, and especially if you're like me. But I'm trying to do that. What changes when you become angry? Although of course it does affect people around you, it affects you. So being slow to anger is not saying let everybody that does wrong get off the hook. When my children were small, I learned from someone that it's better to admonish our children almost cold-bloodedly than to raise our hand to them in anger. And people used to say, "Oh, how can you do that with your children without getting angry?" And I said, well, I don't ever want to be angry when I'm correcting my children, because then I'm not correcting it, I'm just being a child, actually. When you're angry and you lose control, it's just like being a child, getting angry and losing control. And I didn't want to give that example to my children. We have to have the Holy Spirit to help us. And if you feel that emotion rising up, remind yourself that God says we can be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger.